When I 20 was deployed in 2018, my wife 19 accidentally sent me her iPhone location and it showed her at her ex's house. I have posted this before on another thread, but I don't know what to do. Please give me some advice and help. I would greatly appreciate it. In 2018 I deployed and my wife and I were having problems. We had gotten married earlier that year and she was threatening to divorce me 2 months after being married and did it well over 10 times throughout the deployment. It hugely bothered me and I would beg for her to forgive me for whatever argument and just do what she wanted. I am not perfect and do not think I am better than her, but she did several things like this. Let me explain. First, we dated in high school and dated for a while and I did cheat on her. We broke up and months later realized what a huge mistake I made and broke up with the girl and we got back together. We were on and off for years and eventually got married after I joined the Marines. In 2018, she went out with her friends to a drag club, so she said, and sent me photos before she left of her and her friend. She was wearing a very sexy outfit. Tight, dark skirt and a revealing top and a choker. She looked amazing, but immediately it bothered me because she never wore this for me or around me. Upon further investigation of this photo and a couple others I saw, she had taken her wedding ring off. That was a huge red flag, but she gaffed it off as being mad at me because I was mean and us fighting. I gave her all my passwords and usernames. She could have full access to anything because it doesn't bother me. She would be reluctant to give me hers though. But after a while she would give it to me, but it wouldn't work for me and she would just say weird. It works for me. In September 2018, we were still having issues. This one was the worst. One evening she accidentally sent me her location over iMessage and said, I don't know why I sent that LOL, and I had that bad gut feeling, you know. I looked up the location on Google Earth and the roads and area looked familiar around where we lived, and I soon found out that this was her ex-boyfriend's house. I was crushed and furious. I blew her phone up demanding to get on FaceTime so I could see where she was at. She sent texts saying she has bad service. And after about 20 minutes she FaceTimed and she was driving down a road I don't know where. I was yelling and she said she was at her friend's and had bad service, etc. Started crying and I was just lost. I should have made her stop to see what road she was on. But she was telling me she was at her friend's house. She claimed that she wasn't at Levi's and doesn't know why it sent that location. She said that it must have been her old iPad she left at his house. I talked to people online about the situation anonymously and they said there is no way the location could have came from another device. I don't know what to believe, and to this day it haunts me and keeps me up. The thought, really getting into the fine detail of what would have or did take place in the process of going over to his house. The thought of them having sex drives me insane. I can be fine and think about this and I'll be depressed and furious. After getting home from deployment, she and I stayed with another couple I served with. I was going through her phone one night and saw she still had her ex's Instagram connected to her Instagram. I was upset and went to bed after 0100. I had to get up and go PT and I refused to talk to her, and it was eating her alive why I wouldn't talk to her. She really wanted to know what was going on. So after we left PT and got back to the house, she wouldn't leave me alone about it, so I told her and she was like, oh, I knew it would be that. Here, let me show you, and showed me that it had been like that for forever since they dated and that she was never able to take it off, and showed me she couldn't. Also, I saw on her Snap camera roll, days before we started dating again in 2017, she was hanging out with her ex. It has since been deleted for I couldn't find it later. As well as all the photos, screenshots of conversations and horrible things she said and the location she sent me, etc. Were deleted, and she said she deleted them and smirked about it. She has said that her ex-boyfriend from back in middle school has given her the most hickeys on her boobs and that I hadn't when we were just talking. This isn't cheating, but I don't know why she would say something like that to me. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to our channel.